Hello to all of you speedrunners and Resident Evil enthusiasts out there. It brings me great pleasure to finally be able to announce the Hazeblade Invitational, a 3-day Resident Evil 4 Remake speedrun tournament taking place from July 25th to July 27th, 2023. The Hazeblade Invitational is an exclusive event featuring the top 8 runners in the RE community based on an open qualifier beginning this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Those who qualify in the top 8 on the official Hazeblade Invitational leaderboard, hosted on the run.gg, will be personally invited by me to take part in the event. I'll be releasing more information about the Invitational itself as we get closer to the event, but for now, let's cover everything you need to know about the open qualifier beginning today. We'll cover everything from the rules, setting up LiveSplit to track your times on the run.gg, important dates, and a sneak peek at what to expect while tackling one of Resident Evil 4's hardest challenges. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Each day of the tournament brings a unique challenge along with the speedrun, but for the purposes of the qualifier, we'll be focused on evaluating prospective contestants' performance in a no merchant any % professional speedrun. And since this is a tournament that anyone can attempt to qualify for, here's a quick summation of what you need to get started. First and foremost, this tournament will be taking place on the PC version of Resident Evil 4. You may play the game on any patch you like, but keep in mind that recent patches have removed certain techniques from the game that would help improve your time, such as door clipping and ammo swapping. For the no merchant any % professional tournament category, we'll be following the generic rule set of any % professional as seen on speedrun.com with the following inclusions. Number 1, you may not talk to the merchant for any reason. This includes for the purposes of executing glitches such as the Mendez skip. Number 2, the use of DA0 manipulations will be limited to El Gigante only. Number 3, you must use LiveSplit and the upload component for the run.gg and have it visible on your gameplay footage to be considered for the tournament. For a more comprehensive list of rules, as well as an FAQ that will continually be updated over the course of the event, check out the Hazeblade Invitational Matcherino page, which is linked in the description below. So now that you know the rules, here's how to set up and begin tracking your times on the leaderboard. In the description, you'll find a link to the run.gg with a webpage on how to set up the live upload component for LiveSplit. I'm going to quickly walk you through these steps, but keep in mind you'll still want to visit that page so you can download the plugin for LiveSplit and retrieve your upload key. Otherwise, your runs will not track to the tournament page and you will not be considered for the tournament. When you're ready to begin, click the link and download the LiveSplit component. You'll want to navigate to your LiveSplit directory and place the .dll file in the components folder. You may want to restart LiveSplit after doing this to ensure it loads the next time you launch the program. Once in LiveSplit, open the layout editor by right-clicking anywhere in LiveSplit, click Edit Layout, then the plus sign, and in the other tab, select the run.gg. To track with the tournament page, you'll want to log into the run.gg and grab your upload key from the same page where you downloaded the LiveSplit component. Once you have your upload key, copy and paste that into the upload key field in the LiveSplit window and ensure you have both checkboxes selected to activate live tracking and statistics for the tournament page. And the final step to ensure you're tracking to the tournament page is to right-click in LiveSplit, go to Edit Splits, and ensure that you have Resident Evil 4 2023 as the game and No Merchant Pro open bracket tournament close bracket as the category. Now that your splits are set up and ready to go, here's a few other key bits of information to get you ready for the qualifier. Now I know what you're all thinking since hearing that this is a no merchant speedrun. RE4 without the merchant? Does that even work? That sounds toxic. Well, let me break it down for you and give you a few tips to get you started. The merchant, as you know, is an integral part of the RE4 experience. He's the guy you run to for healing items, weapons, and all sorts of upgrades. And in a normal run, your survival is often linked to how well you can manage your resources with the merchant. But in the No Merchant Pro challenge, it's an entirely different game. The first thing to note is that resource management becomes a whole new level of crucial. Every bullet, grenade, and herb you find is invaluable because there's no merchant to stock up from. You'll also be stuck with the default crafting recipes as well, which means you'll have to become a master at maximizing every single item you find or take from enemies. Weaponry is another area that changes dramatically. You're stuck with the default handgun, the Red 9, a shotgun, and a rifle and SMG, which you won't find until much later on. You won't have access to any of the powerful special weapons or even upgrades for that matter. So you'll need to get creative with your strategies and really utilize your environment and enemy patterns in tandem with the speed tech to get ahead. And then of course there's the boss battles. These epic fights are going to become even more challenging without the luxury of merchant supplied weapons and items. You'll need to plan out your strategies and make every single shot count. The No Merchant Pro Challenge, in short, is Resident Evil in its most challenging form. It's going to push your skills to the limit, test your strategies, and make you approach the game in a whole new way. It's a unique twist that adds a layer of depth and strategy, and I can't wait to see how our top runners handle it in the Hazeblade Invitational. To help you kick off your routing, here's a few tips to get you started on No Merchant. Number 1, make your flash grenades count. There are a finite number of flash grenades you can pick up in Resident Evil 4, and since you won't be able to grab the recipe from the merchant to make more, you really can't afford to waste any of them. If you're considering spending a flash grenade, you'll want to make sure that it's the most optimal thing to do in that situation. Number 2, consider your inventory space. The default attaché case isn't exactly what we'd call roomy, and you won't be able to upgrade it either. You'll want to consider your asset mix of heals, weapons, ammo, and resources to ensure the crates you loot will have useful items instead of dropping money or other items you don't need. Keep in mind that most crates have a predetermined loot table, and you can swing the odds in your favor of getting useful loot based on what you already have in your inventory. And finally, number 3, use every glitch at your disposal. This category falls under the any % generic rule set, the only exception being limitations on DA0. Use everything you can at your disposal to skip sections, conserve resources, and save Ashley. To reiterate, the qualifier opens this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You will have until July 24th at midnight to route, practice, and run the game to attempt to qualify. Midnight on the 24th will signal the last call for runs, so any runs still in progress will count towards the qualifying round, provided the runner meets all other submission criteria. Once the deadline is over and all in-progress runs have concluded, runners placing in the top 8 will receive their personal invitations to the 3-day event on the 25th to the 27th and be provided with their bingo card to prepare for day 1 of the Invitational. That's right, day 1 will be a fun-filled day of good old-fashioned bingo. We've got a few twists and surprises for you on event day, but for runners who qualify, the 24th of July will be a free day, so to speak, where you'll have early access to your bingo card and can start putting together your route for day 1. We're going to keep day 2 a surprise for now, but let's just say that the businessman has something very special cooked up for all the runners. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which deserves its very own section in this video, are the stakes. This is a high stakes tournament where only the top 3 will walk away with the money. I'll be starting off the prize pool with $1,000, but I'm inviting the entire community to get involved and check out the Matcherino page and consider contributing to the prize pool. Your contribution goes directly to the runners who place in the top 3 at the end of the event and makes the event that much better, knowing that there's an increasing pool of money just waiting for the champions to claim. So head on over to the Matcherino page today or any time from now until the very end of the event on the 27th, lock in those contributions, and make the Hazeblade Invitational the Resident Evil event of the year. And that's all I have to share for now, but we will have more updates as we get closer to the live tournament date on the 25th. I'm Hazeblade. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support, and we'll see you in the nightmarish world of Resident Evil 4. Take care.